All right, let's catch some mice. So in this one, I want to catch some mice. So my cat is too small, so I'm going to bring him to be a nice, respectable size. Right now, I have him controlled with these arrows. You could put in some of those. If I go right, I want him to point right, and if I have him go left, I want him to point left. If you wanted to. Same thing as before. If I could click left. That's making him rotate 180 degrees. And if my character is right here, you see how his rotational style is 360 when you click on that little information button. He does have flip upside down, but if you make him a left-right character, oh, nice. Now we're in business. Okay, so now we got this guy dialed in. I need to make the mouse part of my game. So something moving I'm trying to collect. So let me just choose something here. I'm going to catch butterflies. So here's my butterfly. Basically, I want it to move in a random direction. So I want it forever to do this. I want to glide around random spots. So I can have him glide to here, here, here. Now I could just put like five of these around, right? And when I run it, it'll appear like he's kind of going like wherever. But you'll notice pretty soon that that's a set path, right? It's only 4. I mean, I could do like 15 of them, but then it'd still be a set path. I'm gonna have him move completely random, and I'm gonna use that with this operator right here. So on operators, pick a random number. So I want my X to go pick a random number between 2 spots. So here, it's like negative 200. And over here, it's like positive like 240. Okay, so I'm going to go from negative 240 to positive 240. If you're wondering where I was getting that from, it was down this little X spot down here, right? So you can see if I bring them over here, it's like negative 240. Over here, positive 240. Well, same up and down. The Y, I can get up to like 170 and like negative 170. So my Y, I'm going to have go from negative 170 all the way up to 170. So now this truly is him just going in random spots. Okay. One thing that's going to make this kind of easy for me is his size will be very easy to catch. So if I want to make him smaller, that'll make him a little more tricky to catch. Now what I want to do is I want to figure out whose perspective I should have, like, because when my cat goes and gets the butterfly, who should be sensing it, right? I think it should be the butterfly. And if I do something like this, if touching sprite 1, you'll see that there's going to be a problem here. What's this? Let's see if I can make it happen here. See how I touched him and it didn't do anything? But that time it did. Right? Also, if every time you put a hide, you better put a show. So half the time it didn't work, but sometimes it did. Oh God, this is actually pretty tough to do. Sometimes it did. Well, let's think about it. I'm gonna stop trying to catch him. What was happening was it was gliding and then checking, then gliding, then checking. So it couldn't check until it was done gliding. So I'd have to wait for it to change directions. If I just happened to be touching the butterfly at that point, then it was doing it. So the answer to that is I gotta flip it into 2 separate ones. So no matter where I touch the butterfly now, back here, it'll go. Now how do I make it reappear? Well, I can have it hide for a little bit, put a certain amount of wait time on, and then show up again. We could do something like that. So if I get it, it'll hide for a while and then show back up. And I'm also going to have to change the points at some point, right? I think you'll be able to figure out where that goes. The last thing that needs to happen, and I think it's okay to have it happen over here, is we need something to be checking if the game's over. Now, here's the operator equal, right? If I want to see what 2 things are equal. So I'm going to say if my points are equal to something, I want something to happen. I think you should be able to get it from there. Cool.